Back in 2010, Nissan essentially kick-started the modern electric vehicle movement when they rolled out the original Leaf. A decade later, they doubled down. By 2022, they committed $500 million to transform their Canton, Mississippi assembly plant into a dedicated all-electric manufacturing hub. The blue line tracks the U.S. market plateau. While domestic demand stalled, Chinese EV manufacturers, in red, began an aggressive climb toward global dominance. Facing a stalling domestic market and international price wars, Nissan canceled the Canton Pure EV project, reverting to traditional gasoline-powered trucks. To stabilize the bleeding, CEO Makoto Uchida rolled out a triage strategy known as the ARC business plan, operating alongside a recovery initiative called Re-Nissan. The company was forced to discard its idealistic electrification timeline. Instead, they've had to completely rewrite their playbook for the next 3 years to fight a brutal, immediate war for survival. The first pillar of this defense strategy targets the cautious American consumer. To bridge the gap, Nissan is rolling out the 2027 Rogue Hybrid. Most traditional hybrids use a parallel system, where both the gas engine and the electric motor take turns directly turning the wheels. Nissan is using a different architecture they call e-Power. In this series configuration, the 1.5-liter gas engine is completely disconnected from the drivetrain. It acts entirely as an onboard generator, feeding electricity to a battery that exclusively powers the dual electric motors driving the wheels. Because the electric motors handle all the propulsion, the driver gets the instant torque of a battery electric car while hitting an estimated 40 miles per gallon. And since the gas engine generates the power, it never has to be plugged in. It gives drivers the exact feel of an electric vehicle, but completely bypasses the unpredictable public charging infrastructure that is currently stalling pure EV sales in the US. Capturing hesitant buyers is only half the battle. To compete with the aggressive pricing of Chinese automakers, Nissan had to completely overhaul how they build cars globally. At the base of this hierarchy is a shared powertrain. By building multiple car models off this single route, Nissan can launch new products without re-engineering the expensive core components for every vehicle. Once that first vehicle is engineered, the development cost for every subsequent model on the branch drops by 50%. On the factory floor, this modular approach cuts the time it takes to produce a single vehicle by a full 20%. Under the ARC plan, these aggressive cuts are designed to hit one specific milestone: achieving strict cost parity between electric vehicles and traditional gas-powered cars by the year 2030. Designing a capable electric car doesn't matter if you lose the manufacturing cost war. Scaling with this modular efficiency is the only way a legacy automaker can actually stay profitable. The final pillar addresses the hidden, rapidly inflating expense of modern auto manufacturing: software. Developing the artificial intelligence and code required for modern software-defined vehicles costs billions of dollars in pure R&D. To absorb that blow, Nissan made a highly unusual move. They formed a strategic alliance with their fierce historical rival, Honda, as well as Mitsubishi, to jointly develop and share electronic control units and software architecture. By sharing a single, standardized software brain, these legacy automakers can pool their capital. It allows them to split the staggering costs of AI development and stay competitive against newer, tech-native companies. When a major manufacturer willingly shares its core technological IP with a direct domestic competitor, it clarifies exactly how brutal the current market conditions have become. The e-Power hybrids, the modular manufacturing cuts, the Honda alliance, none of these are the final destination. They are defensive mechanisms engineered specifically to buy Nissan a crucial window of profitability over the next 12 to 24 months. They are funding a very specific technological bridge. By 2028, Nissan targets the commercial rollout of next-generation solid-state batteries. Solid-state packs provide the necessary energy density to run power-hungry next-generation AI ProPilot software without compromising on vehicle range. In a transition this volatile, survival often comes down to knowing when to execute a calculated retreat. By pulling back today, Nissan is attempting to ensure they have the resources to compete tomorrow.